class for selecting me, the kid who couldn't memorize a poem in Mr. Middleman's English class freshman year, that one speech and debate kid, and yes, the hairiest man at Brophy, as a salutatorian for the class of 2016. I'm not entirely sure what I did to deserve this. Like, was it the turban? Was it the beard? Was it the fact that I refused to wear shorts my entire tenure of Brophy? I get it, that takes courage. And to all the guys who were once afraid of wearing pants over shorts in school, I hope that my example has set a precedent that will stand the test of time. It is a massive honor to have been selected, and to be honest, it is very humbling. And of course, congratulations to our valedictorian, Josh Benjamin. Josh, no one was entirely sure that it would end up being you. I think that almost everyone thought Ron Thompson was going to come back and take it. I'm glad you pulled it out. It is a massive honor to be sharing the stage with you today. You're one of the most brilliant men I've ever met in my life, someone who's genuine, kind, and also my most loyal Twitter follower, and for that, I cannot thank you enough. Over the past 4 years, I've felt nothing but pure support from not only my peers, but also the faculty, the administration, and everyone else. From the business office people in Romney, to Mr. Ward and Ms. Shearing in the admissions office, everyone has had an inseparable connection. Never have I ever felt so comfortable on a school campus, so confident, so enthusiastic, and just so happy to be here. Now, as a salutatorian of the class, it's clearly my job to make this award assembly somewhat more bearable. But I'm also here to talk about my experiences at Brophy and how they've shaped me to the man you see today. There's a term from the Spanish language which I think describes Brophy perfectly. Querencia is defined by Wikipedia as a place for which one's strength of character is drawn, a place where one feels at home. Moving past the fact that I just cited Wikipedia, the last part is particularly poignant, where one feels at home, which is what I want to talk about today. Home, and making Brophy a home. Brophy has an undeniable sense of querencia. It's why so many graduates come back, like Mr. Rudd, Mr. Pigeon, Mr. Klein, Mr. Welty, Mr. Smith, Mr. Mendoza, Mr. McShane, Mr. Danforth. Oh my God, that's a lot of names. And that's not even all of them. But of those who did come back, it's because of that feeling they got when they first set foot on this campus. It's a feeling we all get, but that can't be described. It's really just something that we all experience. I entered this home as a 105-pound freshman with a beard on my face and nothing to lose. And I now leave this home a 122-pound senior with 17 extra pounds of beer on my face. Even though during my time here I've achieved a lot, from representing a state champion speech and debate team, to being that guy who was a wannabe basketball star, to actually becoming a basketball star. It's a weird story of how I got to this point. I was the only guy to come to Brophy from my middle school. I knew nobody here, and half the class was convinced that I was a sophomore who got held back. Stepping into that health class with Mrs. Oldani in the summer of 2012 was one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. Yet after a couple of days, I felt a sense of comfort that I had never experienced before. I'd gone from a weird and awkward middle school kid to a still awkward freshman kid. But someone felt like he had at least found a home. And a few weeks later, in an intro to fine arts class taught by Mr. Lukowitz, I remember the entire class busting out into Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen and singing our freshman hearts out. That was the moment that I realized that I was going to be happy here for the next 4 years. I never knew that Carly Rae Jepsen could bring so much happiness. Home comes in some mysterious ways. A place that you resist entirely can be the place that you love the most. And that was absolutely the case for me at Brophy. I didn't know what I was getting into coming here. What business did some random Sikh kid from Tempe have coming to a Jesuit school in the middle of central Phoenix? I resisted a lot. I may be the only person in this entering class who didn't want to be here. And now, I find that I would rather not be anywhere else. It's because I found that home, I found that space, I found my querencia. Brophy is a place that will not try to change you in ways that you don't want it to. It celebrates who you already are, and for that, I will be forever grateful. It's a place where people care about what I bring to the school, how I enhance my own life, the community, and the lives of others. It is very much a place where you get out what you put in. From something as small as saying hi to a random guy in the hallway, to getting to know your brothers better on retreats, there are ample opportunities. Don't squander them. I have never was much of a participant in my freshman year, and I regret it a huge amount. I competed in speech and debate and had no aspiration of doing anything more, but instead, I took a chance. And that is really what Brophy is all about. Taking those chances. Doing something that you thought you never would do. I took a chance by coming to Brophy. Now, it's not like I'm saying anything groundbreaking here. I mean, it's something a lot of us have figured out by now, I hope. Here's a message, and here's what really matters. It doesn't have to stop at Brophy. Everyone would agree that the thing that makes Brophy so special is the people here and the culture built by those people. But we can all become that person beyond Brophy. There isn't any reason why we can't offer the same love that we feel for our own brothers, to our own family, our peers beyond Brophy, or even total strangers. All it takes is taking whatever environment that you're in and making it your home. And all the opportunities that you're going to have at Brophy are geared towards instilling that idea of home, of Ganesea, in your lives beyond Brophy. Take that chance. Growth doesn't come for free. One of my favorite quotes from my time here at Brophy came from our very own Mr. White, who once told me in the humidity of El Salvador, things are going to be a little uncomfortable, but we do some of our best growth when we're a little uncomfortable. Embrace the weirdness. I promise it will be good for you. Everything that Brophy does is geared towards making us better people and growing as a whole. No one has ever regretted doing something in which they learned at least one thing. Brophy doesn't give anything away. You've got to go and earn it. Freshmen, take that chance and go on a Maanik retreat next year. It's going to be your real shot at growth at Manresa. Relish your next 3 years, and know that I am so envious that you guys get to continue going through this experience. Sophomores, God bless your souls. Don't get lost in that roller coaster of work that is junior year. Each of you still has growth to do and a life to live, so take that chance. Go on a Kairos retreat. Ask yourselves the hard questions about who you really are and where you stand in your lives. And juniors, the class of 2017. Seeing all of you guys makes me so happy, because it makes me feel like this school is still in good hands next year. And if you haven't yet, get a little uncomfortable. Lead a retreat and experience what it's like to commit yourself fully to caring about your peers. Expose yourselves to the realities of the world on an immersion trip if you haven't already. Embrace your leadership roles and don't settle for being just along for the ride. And as for us, the class of 2016 and the seniors, our time for learning is up. It's time for us to move on to college and make everywhere into our own Brophy. It's our job to maintain those Brophy values that have made this place so special to us. And we can spread that from Tempe to Spokane, from Boston to Chicago, from Omaha to Tuscaloosa. And I know one place that's going to start feeling that Brophy love real soon. St. Ignatius High School in California. Father Reese, let me just take a second to thank you right now for all your years of service for Brophy for 20 years. Welcome to our class of 2016. There is no way Brophy would be like it is right now if not for you. And you may not realize it, but even those quick sightings of you around campus and having a brief discussion with you is just so monumental and integral to what Brophy is. At most schools, students could go all their years without seeing their president of the school, much less carry out a conversation with them. At Brophy, Father Reese will not only have a conversation, he will actively seek people out and have the most respectful and humorous discussions. It's something so small, but it means so much. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention Brophy's best friend, Father Olivier. We're just over a year removed from Father Olivier's passing, and we still feel how ingrained he is in our sense of Brophy and hominess in the Brophy community. When we think of Ganesea, we all should know that Dutch was, and still is, the embodiment of that term. Alright, now it's time for me to focus on my guys, the boys, the class of 2016. Journey by faith. And I realize that most classes forget their mottos about a month into the school year, but I think it's a great jumping off point for us. We all dove into this journey of Brophy together for 4 years, and we made it. It's going to be so weird not seeing all of you every day for the next 4 years, but at the same time, I know that we all are there for each other whenever we need it the most. The friendships we've crafted over the last 4 years seriously are ones that I expect to last a lifetime. All this rambling about Garcia and home has made me feel giddy. That whenever I'm with you fellas, that's where I get my energy from. I've drawn my enthusiasm, my energy, and yes, all my terrible jokes from all of you guys. Our commitment to each other is something which is absolutely unparalleled. And for that, I will always be thankful. But most of all, thank you for the acceptance that you showed me. All of you. Standing here right now and speaking to all of you is something that's still surreal for me. And I don't know if I'll ever come back down from it. I mean, look at me. Sometimes I even forget that I'm just one of 4 kids in this entire student body who wears a turban and looks so different. In a world that is plagued with uncertainty concerning appearance, I felt safe here, like I was one of you guys. That's what you guys have done for me as my classmates. You took away that pain. Because, I won't lie, it was pain. It hurts to be different. People say it's okay to be different, yes, but no one ever tells you that being different still hurts like hell. And that is what is most meaningful to me as a member of this class. That I never felt pressure to do or be anything because of how I looked. I love you guys for it, for each and every one of you. And I implore all of my Brophy brothers to take on that example, that everyone, no matter how different someone may seem, is still a brother or a sister. On behalf of the entire student body, I want to extend one final thanks to all the faculty, maintenance members, counselors, and administrators at Brophy for all of the work you guys do behind the scenes. This has been the best 4 years of my life. For everyone, I leave you with this. Your home, your Garcia, is truly where your heart is. And thanks to Brophy, we can make that Garcia wherever we like. As long as we're willing to love everyone as much as they love us. No matter how similar, and no matter how different. Thank you.